You guys, it's Levi Jace. It's currently 6:14 in the morning and I'm pretty excited for the appointment. I'm going to be taking you guys with me, so stay tuned. Hey guys, Levi Jace, pre-T. We're at the doctor's. Kind of nervous, kind of anxious, but feeling good. Hey guys, Levi Jace, pre-T of course still. I did go to my first appointment, but I did not get to vlog, so I'm sorry that I did not get to do that. But I will tell you how the appointment went, which it went really great. Both my parents were there, both very supportive. The doctor was just telling us what things that they expect from me, and that I should be starting T within the next 6 months because I need to be emotionally stable and mentally stable. And that's something that I'm going to be working on, you guys. I'm hoping to start T in December because I also talked to my psychiatrist, and she said that if I get my depression and anxiety resolved, that I can go on T maybe earlier than the 6 months than the psychologist said. And a fun fact, I just learned that psychologists and psychiatrists are two different things. Yes, don't judge me. But anyways, yeah, that's what I found out today. And so my psychologist is going to get in contact with my psychiatrist and is going to talk to a endocrinologist to talk about hormone treatment, because it's the endocrinologists that give out the hormones. Anyways, it went great. He was explaining that I need to get my head in the right place, and honestly I'm getting there. Like, I'm working on it and I'm really happy and I'm doing really great, honestly, with the support of you guys, support of my family, and I'm just really learning to love myself, and it's great and it's amazing and I love it, and I love you guys for helping me out. Another thing is that he gave me this handy dandy book. I know it's backwards, but it says Gender Quest Workbook. Yes. I have to do chapter 1 as my homework, and it's supposed to help me through my gender identity. And then he gave me, my mom, and my dad a paper for Trans Care, Gender Transition Hormones, a guide for female to males. Yes. And I'm going to be reading this and highlighting a lot of things. I will go over these charts right now with you guys, so maybe I just want to share that with you guys. So there's intramuscular injections, skin gels, and skin patches. And see, intramuscular injections are the shots where you could shoot it in your butt, your your thigh, or your arm. I think you can. But it says I want to take the Depo testosterone. That's the kind of brand I want to take because I've heard a lot of transgenders who've been on it. It says typically starting dose is 50 to 80 milligrams every 2 weeks for 25 to 40 milligrams every week. Gradually increase each month until blood testosterone is within the average male range or there are visible changes. Typical maintenance dose is 100 to 200 milligrams every 2 weeks or 50 to 100 milligrams every week. So those are the typical starting doses of the intramuscular injection. And then it says the typical cost is for intramuscular injections are $10 a month, and I think that is with insurance. Pros: changes happen more rapidly with injections. Cons is that it fluctuating doses with injection cycles means more extreme side effects to start. And then for the skin gel and skin patches, which I'm not really interested in doing because of the way it is, it says more stable daily doses, less up and downs than the injections. That's the pros. But the cons is that changes take longer to happen when first starting, and they're way more expensive than the injections. So So that's why I want to do the injections, because physical changes happen faster. I've known a lot of other transgenders that's been on the injections than the skin gels and skin patches. So that's why I'm gonna go for the injection. Another thing that I want you guys to be aware of for typical changes from testosterone. Okay, the thing is with these changes is that it varies from person to person and how your body intakes the testosterone, or how it takes the hormones. Sorry, but for me, testosterone. Anyways, so like for the first month to 3 months after starting testosterone, I'm gonna have increased sex drive, vaginal dryness, growth of your clitoris, increased growth, coarseness and thickness of hairs on arms, legs, chest, back, and abdomen. Oilier skin and increased acne, increased muscle mass and upper body strength, redistribution of fat to a more masculine pattern, more fat around the waist than around the hips. So that's usually between the first month and through the 3rd month, and these vary person to person. So this might not happen for me in the first 3 months. Like it probably won't happen for me. Like some of these probably won't happen until maybe the first 6 months. So the first 6 months says after starting testosterone, my menstrual period stopped. So yes, on T, I will stop having my menstrual cycle, which thank the Lord. Anyways, and then it says 3 to 6 months after starting testosterone, your voice starts to crack and drop within the first 3 to 6 months. Whew. Technical difficulties. So take 2, or continue from take 1. Anyways, so 3 to 6 months after starting testosterone, my voice starts to crack and drop within the first 6 months, but it can take a year to finish changing. So like I said, it varies. So I can start getting my voice changed within the first month, or second month my voice starts to crack, just depending on how my body takes hormones. And when my voice starts cracking, I know a lot of people will laugh, so go ahead and laugh. Anyways, 1 year or more after starting testosterone, gradual growth of facial hair, usually 1 to 4 years to reach full growth, possible male pattern balding. So yet again, facial hair, like full growth, it takes up to a year or so, but I can get a little, mustache shadow and here shadows and stuff like that, and a little gruff here. Like it depends on how my body takes hormones. Yet again, it says testosterone affects the entire body. It's not possible to pick some changes and not others. So like I said, in general, just to put this all in perspective, it's male puberty. It's puberty all over again. I'm gonna get acne, voice gonna crack. I'm gonna go through a lot of other changes, just like a guy will. Anyways, so I'm pretty excited for those changes. Honestly, I'm kind of scared about the emotional changes that might happen, because I did do some research that it does make you angrier. Sometimes it makes you calmer. Sometimes it makes you cry a lot, or sometimes it makes you not cry a lot. There's a lot of other emotional changes that I don't know of. Anyways, so like, let's go into what are the possible side effects and risks of taking testosterone. 1 is testosterone can increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. 2 is testosterone can increase red blood cells and hemoglobin, which is good for me because I have the sickle cell anemia trait. So it's just that my blood is really, really small. So having an increase in my red blood cells, that's good for me. So hopefully it'll help, so it's not a risk. 3 is that testosterone can cause or worsen headaches and migraines. That one I've never heard about, so I'm pretty interested if that will happen to me. But if it does, then I mean, I could always like take painkillers or something. But 4, it is not known if testosterone increases risk of some type of cancer. That one I have heard about, but it's just depending. 5 is testosterone can negatively affect mental health. See, like I told you guys, I don't know how emotionally it'll affect me. It varies between people to people, there can be social consequences to taking testosterone. So yeah, socially, which means society. Taking T, a lot of people can misjudge me, misgender me, all these other things. That's what it's pretty much saying. So I'm pretty glad to share this thing with you guys. I'm gonna go over it by myself and highlight some important things for myself. But honestly, like, I'm so ready for this. Like, my psychiatrist told me, are you, like, what is the percentage of how ready are you for this transition? I told her 100%. I told her I've been ready for 3 years. I've been ready for practically almost half of my life to get this transition done, you know. And I'm probably gonna make another video sometime this week about my suppression of being transgender. But honestly, this is a journey, and this is something that I want. I've been wanted, and finally had my first appointment today, and it went great. But I'm hoping by December or my birthday, I get to start T, depending on how my mental and emotional stability is. The way that I'm going right now, it could be fewer than 6 months, because that's what my psychiatrist said, because, you know, I've changed since then. I've changed since, like, everything. Like, my depression's gotten better, my anxiety's gotten better, my gender dysphoria, it's getting there. I do have some gender dysphoria still, especially in my voice dysphoria. I'm not gonna go into my gender dysphoria, maybe in the next video, another video. These are some ideas that I'm shooting out, but anyways, but yeah. Levi J's pre-T for right now. Thank you, stay tuned. Peace out, guys.